start with an opening statement from the head coach.
Under pressure. I mean, that was magic. That was March Madness. That was so fun. I mean, it was just such a hard-fought game by both teams. You know, like I said to them in a timeout, we are clawing for our life right now. Like, that's what every team is doing. It's do or die for everybody. And they threw some things at us that challenged us immensely throughout different parts of that game. And so just to stay really in it mentally and to fight through all that adversity, and to just keep giving ourselves a chance to come out on top. You know, those like there's moments that are magic, like Mia's shot going down, us just making the plays we needed to like get to the foul line, those things that gave us a chance to win. But those are awesome moments. But what we talked about in the locker room is like that's, you know, you deserve that when these kids work so hard every single day. Like those moments come to you. So I just couldn't be more proud of the way that they clawed through a ton of adversity today. And found a way to come out on top.
Mia, take us through the three-point shot at the end of regulation. From your perspective, take us through that whole play. What happened?
I'm going to tell you what I remember of it. So what I know is Ari just, the ball was lost down like the full court, and then she really just chucked it to me, and I saw it going out of bounds. So I just grabbed it with one hand, and I knew we needed to get a shot up. And I just shot it, and then people started swarming me, so I didn't even see it go in, honestly. I was on the ground, so, I mean, it was just awesome.
Ari, you must have seen it go in from your perspective, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I was running in the court, I'm just like, the game, like, is not over yet. Like, the buzzer has not gone off. Like, just trucked down the court. As soon as I got that, saw Mia, threw it, saw the ball. She caught it out of bounds, and she just turned and went up with it, and it was a great shot. I don't even have words. I'm speechless.
And then for your performance today, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think it was a career high in points
27.
for you.
Oh,
yeah. But you got in foul trouble late. How'd you stay in this game down the stretch?
I have a record of fouling, and so I've really been trying to just be really aware of that. And I just knew like I needed to be in the game, and like as a senior, I'm just, like, you know, it's a one and done now. So I think I was really cautious of that, and just trying to play really hard while still being physical.
And you were shooting some threes, some outside jumpers, stuff they probably didn't have much tape on, right?
Yeah, I score mostly in the paint, but I was just shooting confidently. Like it's one and done. So I was just, yeah.
And Allison, what can you say about these two, Mia and Ari, what they did tonight?
It's amazing, but none of it surprises me. You know, like even saying like, yeah, Ari hitting some outside shots, Mia making a Hail Mary, like those things to me aren't surprising, right? Like, again, these are kids that have shown up every day, work super hard, both in terms of what they're doing on the court and just everything that they've bought into. So, like, I just believe things happen for teams when you do that. So, I mean, as much as Ari, it's not a huge part of her game to shoot from the outside. Like, every time she puts it up, I think it's going in. And so, you know, and I tell them all the time, like, there is magic in, I believe in senior power. I believe in that stuff. If you can channel that, and I think that's been a big part of our success this year, is just upper class leaders and seniors who are doing the right things and also like just making the plays.
And then Mia and Ari, or whoever wants to take this about the crowd. I mean, maybe Ari, since you're from New Jersey, just stayed over. How about this crowd tonight?
I mean, like, the support has been amazing. You know, my mom did post on social media, have, like, literally all of New Jersey come. So I have, like, my neighbors, just extended family here, just been awesome. Our alumni has been following us for, like, the past, like, 5 games or so. I mean, the entire season, but they've been showing up the past 5 games to travel with us. It's felt great.
Yeah. It just feels like we're playing for more than our team. Like, we're playing for this whole Bates community that's bigger than we even know. And it's so amazing.
And then, Alice, I want to ask you about your perspective of the Hail Mary. I mean, that's not what you drew up. What did you draw?
No. Well, that was a broken play, like in transition. Yeah, so that one wasn't necessarily, but just like kind of the presence of, you know, them just knowing, like, you know, there's Mia's like, I had to get a shot up. And so just kind of having the confidence and the ability to know, like, I got to get one up, because we talk a lot about when we run different sideline plays in those situations when we kept having to advance it. Like, you have to have that window, but they know we're trying to shoot a 3. So, like, just focusing on, like, we got to get the O board, then this is what we do next, we foul. So in those moments, like, it's a lot of pressure, there's a lot going on, and so I think for them to have that kind of mental focus to just kind of know what needs to happen next. And, I mean, we were down 6 with 18 seconds left, I think. So for them to just, you know, not get too caught up in that emotion and just focus on, I was going to say possession by possession, but it's kind of second by second at that point, and just kind of know what you have to do to execute it to give yourself a chance.
And for you as a coach, managing this game with both Meg and Ari battling those fouls, that
Yeah.
must have been a bit of a challenge from your perspective, right?
Yeah, and the really challenging thing was just we were struggling with matchups. Like we couldn't, basketball sometimes can be so a game of matchups, and they were exploiting that against us. Kind of the people that we wanted on the court were tough matchups for what they were trying to do against us, and they really made some runs on us in that way. And so, yeah, managing that on top of then, managing fouls is certainly, a tough part of the game on top of just sort of managing how we're going to come back and win that.
And Ari, what was allowing you tonight to really dominate in the block and shooting the ball as well?
I think the person defending me was sagging a little bit since I don't usually shoot the ball, so that kind of gave me the green light to shoot and just keep doing what I was doing. And then also, if I saw a mismatch in the post, I was trying to take advantage of that as well.
Terrific. Well, any other thoughts any of you wanted to share about this game? And I mean, it really had a March Madness feel, didn't it?
It certainly did. Yeah, just a lot of fun. We just want to keep this run alive as long as we can. We talked a little bit about we won a conference championship, which is what we set out to do. That was a real emotional high. And so as much as this is amazing to be competing in the tournament, I think it was took a moment to regroup and say, okay, we're not done yet. I think when teams make runs like this, everyone says oh, it's a special team. It really is though. Yeah, it's we have a special group here, and we have a bunch of women who this is their last go round wearing this uniform. So I just think to be able to make those plays and get another chance tomorrow is just something that we are all so thrilled about.
Great, that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.